Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again. Hey man, I show my gratitude. Thank y'all for clicking on this video. Make sure you like the video, show your boy some love. Make sure you follow my IG if you haven't already. Man, I greatly appreciate y'all. You guys have been asking me how to start the healing process, how to save your soul, or at least get yourself on track to save your soul. And I'm gonna give you guys just some beginner tips, some steps that you can take to start the process. Because remember guys, this is a marathon, right? You're not going to heal yourself in one day, okay? It's an ongoing process. Even myself included, like I'm still doing shadow work. I'm still trying to heal myself from past trauma from my childhood, things that's still happening in my life that I gotta, keep in check and make sure I'm doing maintenance to keep myself on a high vibration. You have to learn to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. We're so hard on ourselves about our past and the decisions that we made in our past. And we don't understand that sometimes we did the best that we could do with the information that we had at that time, the knowledge, the maturity that we had. That's the best we could do at that time. So you might not have made the right decision at that time, but it was right for you, for what you knew. Okay, so as we get older and wiser and we look back at our past and we say, hey, maybe I could have did better. Maybe I could have made a wiser decision. But this is why we go back and heal. See, once you understand what you could have done better, now you can learn from your past. So when we start this shadow work, we start the process of healing. We have to learn to forgive ourselves and not be so hard on ourselves first. Show gratitude to yourself. Okay? Do you understand what you've been through? I don't think you do. I don't think you understand everything that you overcame and how difficult that was. For your whole life, you've been overcoming stress. You've been overcoming hard times, right? You've been winning. And I think it's about time that you take notice of that and start thanking yourself, your past self, for getting through those situations to put you in a position where you are today. I like to get up in the morning and I look myself in the mirror. I look deep into my eyes, okay? And I just face myself. I appreciate you for doing what you could, doing your best yesterday so we can be here today, right? I smile, you know what I'm saying? I give you thanks, I salute you. But now, what can we do better today? In the present moment, how can we learn from our past mistakes, and what can I do to make myself better in the future? Okay, so after we do that, now this is when we go deep inside. The shadow work, which is you walking down those dark hallways inside of you. Now we're gonna start walking down those dark hallways inside of us and start cleaning house. Okay, so what I like to do to set the mood is I close my eyes, and before I even close my eyes, I set my intention. Always want to set your intention before you do anything. So, of course, you're going to ask God for protection, to guide you through this process. Always ask for help. Set your intention. What am I looking for? Set that radar so that when you actually start the process, you have a goal, you have a destination. What I like to say is, help me to bring anything to the surface that's weighing heavy on my heart or that's creating any blockage inside of me, right? That's what I like to say. And I'll write it down, or I might say it to myself before I go into my meditation state. Now, once you set that intention, now this is when we go into the meditation state, right? You're getting ready to time travel. Now, as we time travel, we want to start slow. So you don't want to just immediately go back down to your childhood. What you want to do is you want to start with the present. How do I feel today? What have I done today? What happened to me today that doesn't sit well on my heart or that's weighing heavy on my heart, right? Deal with today first. Try to release whatever that is or bring that to the surface. You bring that to the surface by identifying that feeling to that memory, whatever happened to you today, you could have got into it with your friend or your family member, and y'all just walked away based off of ego and never had closure. Y'all never forgave each other, and y'all still holding that grudge with each other, or whatever else happened, a co-worker. So what you want to do is you want to bring that up, and then you want to deal with it with making the decision in your mind as you're in meditation state. Squash that beef inside of you first. I forgive you. This situation happened, I give forgiveness, and I ask for forgiveness at the same time. Okay? If you got to make a phone call to that person, you can do that, but do it inside of you first. You want to clear out that energy that you have going on in you that's holding you back. Okay? And then as you do this now, you want to rewind a week. What has been holding, or what has been weighing heavy on my heart this whole week? Go back a month. Go back 6 months. Right? And throughout these stretches of time, you want to try to pinpoint and feel all these emotional blockages that you have, that you've accumulated and never dealt with. You want to bring those to the surface. You want to allow them to come up to the surface so that you can feel them and find closure. Okay? It's all about finding closure. The funny thing is, a lot of the trauma that we have, a lot of the stuff that we have weighing heavy on our heart could end. The suffering can end, with just a simple, I'm sorry. I apologize. Can you forgive me? Right? You get into a fight with your spouse, your brother, your sister, and instead of you just saying, hey, I apologize, can you forgive me? Or I forgive you. We walk away and we hold on to that heavy energy. Because it's so much easier to do wrong than it is to do right. It's easy to be low vibrational, right? For some reason, we love to hold on to pain. Like, we love it. It's so much easier for us to hold on to all this heavy energy because our ego gets in the way. Our ego is the lower dimension of ourselves, the character that we build up, right? And this is why we got to stay in balance with our higher self, which is your spiritual self, and your ego self, which is your physical, or the character that you created down here. You got to keep it in check. You realize when we were kids, when we were children, we didn't hold grudges. You get into a fight or you get into an argument, it might last for a few seconds. Y'all say y'all peace and then it's over. The kids is back playing again, having fun, liking each other, being friends. It's when we get grown. It's the grown folks that hold grudges. It's the grown folks that got that's spiteful, right? Why is that? Because as we get older, we grow into our ego, right? We start to believe that we are this body. We are the ego. And this is why it says, be not of the flesh, but of the spirit. Because when you're in the flesh too much, you start to actually believe that you are this vessel. And the ego, which is the character and all the experience that you've built and gained along the way, you actually believe that's you and don't understand you are a higher being. You are something that can't be explained. We got to learn to detach from these things, okay? But you don't want to detach so much where you're not even connected to or grounded to earth. You're not grounded to people around you. You still want to stay grounded, but you never want to be so grounded where you can't de-root and fly up. So guys, make sure you're doing this. This is just a beginner's step, a beginner's guide. Start time traveling and going through your memories and pulling up this trauma, right? Facing that memory, facing that experience that you dug deep down and buried deep down inside of you. Dig that up and feel it again. Feel that pain, feel that anger, feel that sadness. It's gonna hurt for a little bit, but that's necessary. And then find closure. Apologize, ask for forgiveness, or go forgive whoever you have to release that. You'll feel so much better. You'll feel lighter on your feet. You'll feel like a weight is lifted off your shoulders. The same way it has a simple apology. You get into a dispute with somebody and you apologize, or y'all squash the beef, and immediately after y'all do that, you feel that weight lifted off your shoulder. You feel good. Your vibration rises back up again. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. When we learn to just let things go, we will be lifted. You will rise up. Your wings will sprout out. You will fly up. All right, because that's what it takes. We can't have all this baggage. We got to start unpacking this baggage. That's where the healing starts. Start small. Just get into your meditation state. Start focusing on your breathing. Okay, that's going to set the mood. That's going to get you into that dimension to really walk those hallways. Just calmly breathe. Just be calm, be chill. Don't overthink anything. But you set your intention already, so you already know what you're looking for. Anything that's weighing heavy, anything that feels heavy, and anything that's holding you back. You know, and y'all know what that is. You know, a lot of times, I know for myself, I can't even remember what I ate last week. But I can remember a bad memory or a bad experience that I had 10 years ago. Why is that? Because you have a lot of energy and emotion attached to that experience. And that means it's weighing heavy on you. So you got to go back to that, pull that up, and do what you need to do to find closure. Right? Now, I can't tell you what you got to do to find closure because it depends on the situation. But you know what you need to do. Get back to your childlike self. Let your soul be free. Free up some space in here. Okay? Things that happened 5 years ago that you still holding on to is affecting you in a negative way, but it has no reason to. You holding on to it for no reason. You letting things live in your space rent free, live in your head rent free. Let that go. It's costing you more to hold that than it would be for you to release it. It's costing you more pain, right? More anger, more anxiety. You're accumulating all these emotions that's still affecting you today over something that happened years ago because you're afraid to let go. You don't want to surpass your ego and just squash it. This is the beginning. This is what it takes. You start facing yourself, it'll get a lot easier. The more you start doing it, it'll get a lot easier. But you gotta start first, okay? I tell you guys, my last video that I made, if you don't do the work, you're gonna be forced to do it. Or not forced to do it, you're gonna be forced to experience all these things that you're holding inside, okay? And you don't want that to happen because when you're forced to experience it, it's gonna happen whether you're ready or not. It's going to unfold whether you like it or not. You don't want that, okay? You don't want things to start replaying back in your life from 10 years ago. And you wondering why is my life like this all of a sudden? Why is all these people coming in my life bringing chaos? Why is all these chaotic scenarios appearing in my life? It's because you still got that energy buried deep down inside. So dig it up. Let's clean out the closet. All right. Retain Gang. This your boy Tay. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have a beautiful day. And I'm out.